Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Crochet Kai, and I'm here to do my very first YouTube tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my ears to either go on my crochet hoods or on my bucket hats. For this pattern, you can either use one strand of just regular acrylic yarn, you can use one strand of any sort of like more plush yarn, or you can use 2 strands of acrylic yarn. So these ears were done with just 1 strand of plush yarn. These ones were done with 2 strands of acrylic yarn, and these ones were also done with 2 strands of acrylic yarn, and these ones were done with 1 strand of just regular acrylic yarn. So it basically just depends on what kind of look you're going for, but either way, this technique will work for basically any size yarn or thickness of yarn that you want to do. I also use an 8mm hook and some scissors. You're going to want to take your 2 strands of yarn, put them together, make a magic ring, pull up a loop, chain 2, and then we're going to do 5 more double crochets into the magic ring, with our chain 2 counting as our first double crochet. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our chain 2 makes 6 double crochets. Now we're going to pull the magic ring shut, chain 2, and turn our work. So for this, we're going to try and make sure that we keep our stitches even on both sides as best as we can. So I'm going to do another double crochet here next to our chain 2. And then in our next stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochets. In the third one, we are going to do a double crochet, treble crochet, double crochet, all in the same stitch, giving 3 stitches in that top stitch. In our fourth stitch, we're going to do another 2 double crochets. Fifth stitch, we're just going to do 1 double crochet, and then we're going to do another double crochet into the space between the previous chain 2 and double crochet. So I'll show you what that looks like. So double crochet into the space next to the chain. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Then third stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet, 1 treble crochet into the same stitch, and then 1 more double crochet into that same stitch. You can do 3 double crochets if you want, just depending on how your yarn is for this round, but I like to do a treble crochet, try to make the ear a bit pointy, kind of wolf-like, I guess. And then this next stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2. And then our last full stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet in here. And after that, you can sort of see the space down here from the chain 2 and our previous double crochet. I don't know if you can see our chain 2 and our previous double crochet. So we're just going to yarn over, insert our hook into that space from the row below, and then just normal double crochet. Cool. So this is what we have so far. Now we're going to chain 2, oops, and turn our work. This is going to be our third and final row. So this one again, we're going to do another double crochet in that space right next to our chain. So double crochet. Next space, we're going to do another 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Next space, we are going to do 1 double crochet, Next space we're going to do 2 double crochets. Next space 1 double crochet. Now you should be at the middle stitch, the treble crochet from the previous row. In that stitch we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a double crochet, treble crochet, and double crochet. So my first double crochet, then treble crochet into the same stitch, and then 1 more double crochet into the top. Cool. Next stitch we are going to do 1 double crochet. Next stitch we are going to do 2 double crochets. Next stitch 1 double crochet. Next stitch 2 double crochets. And then in this final stitch we are going to do 1 double crochet into the space between the chain 2 and the previous double crochet again. And then to make it even, we're going to need to do 1 more double crochet. And for that one, we are going to go into both of the chain spaces to try and make it more even across the bottom. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that same space again, pull up a loop. Then we're going to insert our hook into the space previous that we used from the first row and pull up a loop. You should have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we are just going to chain 1. If you're using these ears and you want to sew them onto anything, I would recommend doing about like 3 times length over of the yarn and then cutting it so that you have a long tail to weave in your ear. At this point you can also, after you cut your tail, you can do a fur border or any type of border if you want, or you can just leave the ear as is. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching my YouTube tutorial. It's my very first ever. If you have any questions about this ear pattern or anything about how to attach it to a hood, what I do for my hood patterns, how to attach it to a bucket hat, what I use for my bucket hat pattern, please let me know in the description. Also, if you have any tips on how I can do better in the future, please let me know. Obviously, this is my first tutorial and it only can get better from here. I've been wanting to make a tutorial on how I made this top for a little while now, so stay tuned if you are interested in that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. Subscribe to see more.